And the award for worst quarterback of Country Cousins goes to the Dallas Cowboys with the fourth pick in the 2023 supplemental draft.
Oklahoma.
Wait, how long before y'all trade for Baker Mayfield?
Oh my God.
I tell you this right now: if they trade for Baker Mayfield, I will give up liking the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't think anything can break that.
That might be.
That'll be
God.
just.
But
Because I feel that there's light right now because like now we're hearing Jerry Jones has a side baby, so like I think there's light
One?
that came out.
right.
Like I appreciate this one came out.
That bitch just found the paperwork. He even got some other hoes out here.
That's fine, but this one came out.
Was she white or black?
I think she was mixed, right? One of the baby mixed.
He got some more.
I'm sure he does.
That nigga got them hoes, though.
Man, he fucked his
Assistant and
he
everything.
fucked his janitor.
You think they like? You think she did a text message? I'm sitting here in your bed. I don't know. I was trying to transition to Skeet. How would you like?
That was piss poor.
It was. It was a turnover. But like seriously, let's talk about this. Like, what's the limit? What's the line? Being divorced, dealing with the kids, and you got some heroin addict who apparently just fucks nothing but celebrity bitches.
Recovering addict.
Recovering addict. But he still has that
Who
weird.
gives a fuck about that? None of that matters. None of this celebrity shit matters because that bitch was for the streets to begin with.
For the streets.
I mean,
How did you make it famous? By sucking Ray J's dick.
I don't even know if they even made her famous. It just kind of validated what people knew about her in the industry.
Nah, that made her famous. Because before that, she was like a personal assistant.
It validated that she was for the streets
Okay.
and that body looked right.
Yeah.
That first,
That natural body.
that was her. That was after the first one.
Okay.
But again, us have gone through the divorce process. This one didn't have kids. I did.
Fuck them kids.
Wow.
Okay.
The biggest thing that I've noticed about Mr. West's activity is that he doesn't have anybody telling him to shut the fuck up.
Does he? When we talked about this before, you said you liked this Kanye just just putting it all out there because he was going through divorce.
There's certain shit you have to handle to be able to be honest, not only with the public but with yourself. He's not honest with himself. Like Kim called him out the other day. It's like, nigga, you just left her. You picked the kids up and took them to school. Stop with this bullshit.
Stop with this narrative, Kanye.
But that's the thing. Is like, handle your business. Don't worry about who the bitch fucking. Don't worry about what's going on at the house. When you get your kids, you make sure they had the best fucking time in the world. So when they go back to their mama house, they be like, my daddy took me to the fucking moon, bitch, and he bought me some new Yeezys that ain't got no release date. They one-of-ones. Like, it doesn't matter what is happening over there because you're never gonna get that baseball glove back.
And you know what's crazy though?
Well said.
This motherfucker really thinks that it's loyalty out here. Like Skeet wasn't his homeboy. Yes, he was around him, but Cuddy was in his circle. That's Cuddy homeboy.
Right, now you can cut Cuddy off.
I was just about to say, you cut Cuddy off. Fuck you, Cuddy.
Well, you gotta pick a side. You the king of picking sides.
You already know how I ride. Everyone knows that, hey, like I told my brother's wives, hey, if y'all get a divorce, bitch, I'll never talk to you again. I divorce everybody. Like, there's no gray area with me.
So at this point in time, do either one of y'all think he crossed the line or just like
Who?
Kanye?
Kanye's been crossed the line. When you decide to go public with details, you've missed your boat. You got nothing to stand on with me. You have to take care of your business. Did I have some questionable tweets or posts when I was going through divorce? Yeah, but it was like very
Broad.
It wasn't targeted. It wasn't like, I hate this fucking dirty bitch and her mama. Like, it wasn't that.
I hate dirty
direct.
bitches and I don't want to give anybody $4.
Right. It could have been that open.
I hate loose boot bitches.
but it wasn't so like she's destroying the black home and all this other bullshit. Like, no, nigga, like, that's your house. Just because your house is in shambles, the world is not falling. And, nigga, you done been out in these streets with every bitch you can possibly nut in.
And two of these bitches look just like your ex-wife.
And ain't nobody seeing you with your kids. You have to fight for your children first. If your relationship's done, you have to focus on what you can control.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on yourself, your custody, and your payments. That's the only thing that you got control of.
And I don't know the details, but I'm kind of reading, like, since they both had a whole lot of money, I don't think he's paying anything, is he?
They shouldn't have no, like, separation amount. Now, he's worth more than her. But that's all valuation. That's not liquid. You can't transfer worth. I mean, separate your property, move the fuck on. Like, I think that's the problem with most people, and that's why this story won't go away, is that people don't know when to cut their loss. People love the drama of breakups to makeups. That shit don't work, bro. Like, I have never, ever chased a bitch.
This is Mr. King of Cut Them Off.
Damn, I'm sorry.
But,
Hey, brother, I love you.
I mean, you know, some of us have done some wild shit to try to get bitches back. You know what I mean?
What's the wildest shit?
Wow.
I got two questions. Since we are at this juncture that's known as spring break,
Right.
what's the wildest shit you did on spring break to fuck up your relationship? And that's the wildest thing you did to get the bitch back after she found out.
So here's the fun thing. I was so broke I couldn't go on spring break.
Me either. But
Like,
I was
dead
hoping
ass.
y'all had a spring break story.
Dead ass. I couldn't even afford to go.
I didn't do spring break trips.
Then you had a kid.
Yeah, you did. You had a whole kid. I had no money.
You was skeeting out in these streets. Alright, what's the wildest thing you did to get a bitch back?
Well, the wildest thing that I've done to break up, cause a breakup, was my ex-wife. We had an argument. So I took my frustration and anger out on her mom. I called her mom.
I thought you said you knocked the bitch side tooth out.
I called her mom.
Mom's side.
Her mom didn't answer. So I left a voicemail.
Oh, evidence.
You said, come get this dirty bitch
What's
out
that?
my house.
I said, fuck you evil bitch. You got what you fucking wanted. Me and your daughter breaking up. You didn't want us to get married in the first place. So fuck you. You did a great fucking job raising this bitter bitch. Hung up the phone.
That's hilarious. Why didn't you call your girl and leave her this message?
Because they probably already
Y'all
know
already
each
broke
other.
up.
Yeah, we was going through some things.
But y'all wasn't broke up. You probably could have got that back.
I could have. Shit, I still ended up marrying a bitch, so I did get her back. But that's
So, wait. This is before you married.
right.
Okay. Because you cursed her out and said you didn't want us to get married to the mama. So
Right.
All right. This is pre-ceremony.
Pre-ceremony, nigga. You know how awkward that Thanksgiving was, and
Fuck the
fucking
Thanksgiving. How was the wedding?
the wedding was like, oh shit.
How you doing, Miss Parker?
Good. Hey, Miss Park.
God damn.
And
Alright, so you didn't. What you do to
Get
fuck
up-
up your relationship? Let's go back.
ooh, shit. All right.
This gotta be good. If this nigga start off with listen or check it.
Peep that. So, I was in the military, and that's when Black Planet and Tag was booming. So I met a nice individual on there.
Sicily.
A wholesome Christian woman.
Right. Wholesome Christian woman that was living in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time. So I go down there, pay a visit. Ask her
Bible study.
Hey, if she was ready for Jehovah's return.
See if she needs some bless oil.
Right. So
Oh, just
on our way to,
Church.
the church, we was at the gas station. This guy came by and sold me a camcorder. But a DVD type camcorder, right?
Oh, God.
Like, cool.
I have heard this story.
Like, cool. So, long story short, I took some pictures, of us doing Bible study, things like praying and all that things, right?
She was on her knees praying.
She was watching the kids go to daycare.
So then, fast forward a couple weeks, like 2 weeks after that, a week or so after that, I travel home to see my woman.
Oh, my God.
Right.
What do you have in your possession when you arrive?
Don't say it.
The camera. Right? So she was all excited about this camera. First thing she does, she snatches it out of my car. I still have my bags in the car. Mind you, I'm at my homeboy crib. We're at my homeboy crib. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, oh shit. I said, I didn't have my camera, baby. Miller had it. That was my roommate, right? In the Marine Corps. I don't know what's on there. So she started going through it. I'm pulling the bags up the car. I hear, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, this is a Christian home. What's going on in here? I walk in the room.
Did Jehovah return?
I walk in the room.
I did twice that night.
I get hit with a 2-piece. Bow! The left, like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Then the right, she would hit me again with the left. So I duck, scoop up, and slam on the bed.
Choke slam.
Like, what the fuck going on? She hit me in my face with the camera. What the fuck is this? I'm trying to see it. I can't see it if you put it in my face now. Shit. I look at it.
So that's Razor Ramon.
Right. I look at the camera. I'm like, oh shit. What the fuck is this? When did the first lady have on bra and panties? And when did I become in the mirror taking a picture from behind and just shorts and no shirt on? Like, that's not me.
This is a terrible excuse.
That's not me. Whoa. So yeah. So that's what caused that.
You should have told the story in real time. What happened, sir?
Hey. I said I had to get her back. So I had to skew it a little bit. So to get her back, the craziest thing I did to get her back was I left base in North Carolina like at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. Made it to Mississippi at 4:30 Saturday morning. And had to be back on base that Sunday. So I drove all the way home to her dad's house.
Babe, please, please,
please. I was prepared at that moment because I rode with shout out to Eads, my dog. He rode with me. I told him, man, just take my car back. I find a ride back up there.
How long did it take her to forgive you?
Nigga, she probably still ain't forgave me. Hell, we divorced now.
In the moment. How long did it take?
I don't think she ever forgave me. We divorced now.
So when this happened, were y'all married or not married yet?
We wasn't married yet.
But then you still got her to marry you.
Right.
Would you give her a roofing? How'd you get her to marry you?
His dick.
Well, she's like, you also gave it to...
You gave us a timeline. You arrived at 4:30 a.m.
Right.
From 4:30 a.m. till you leave Sunday, probably at 12 noon.
How you know this?
Cause you gotta drive back another 11 hours.
13 hours. Nigga, that's a brutal drive.
Especially with a black eye, because you dinged you up in it.
So you have 20 hours here to account for, sir. Did she let you leave at hour 19 of okay?
No, nigga, I still went back in there. Like, then I flew back. Like, we was like, we'll discuss it. We'll work on it. She still ain't accept my ring. So then, somehow, through the grace of God, she said, I forgive you.
The grace of the devil, nigga. Y'all ain't together, remember?
Right, I know, right? Motherfucker. Bitch, why you just let me go instead of putting me through the divorce and shit like that? I'm talking to you, you raggedy motherfucker. Why you put me through that shit? I'm sorry. Why you put me through that shit?
Revenge.
That shit was
She
evil.
did get you back bad.
That bitch got me back good. I'm a scorned man because of you. Fuck you. How about that?
I think you're a score man because of watching Boomerang at too young of an age.
You ain't ever tried to get somebody back?
If I'm caught, I'm caught. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying?
I can't run that fast. Oh, I got troll horse. Troll horse, baby. I tried to run, the pussy just jumped up in my lap.
I guess my problem is there's no middle ground. It's either on or off. So if you fuck up, it's just like, well, shit. Like, all right, it's off. Might as well continue with the person you fucked up with.
No, right. So, like, even with that situation with my ex-wife, she fucked up. And I was like, it is what it is.
She fucked up afterwards?
Before and afterwards.
So then at that point, it's a wash.
I ain't hear that part.
It is in my opinion. It is like I don't go tit for tat. It is what it is.
No, but it's like I didn't mean to go tit for tat, but somehow we ended up going for tit for tat. So
Bitch, the score is back 0.
let's get a number 3 and Sprite, and let's call it a day.
You hungry?
You want to eat? I want to eat.
Damn. I'm good. I don't know. I guess I never wanted a bitch back after I let him go.
Nigga, you are Mr. Ultimate cut the bitch off. Like, I seen this nigga, a bitch disrespected our homegirl. Just because she was riding with us. And I'm on the phone with this nigga. He's like, I'm going to take her keys. Cool. And that bitch said, who the fuck is that bitch? That nigga said, wait a minute, bitch. Let me tell you something. Don't you ever disrespect the woman I'm with. You don't know who the fuck that is.
Could be
You
my
know what?
cousin.
I wasn't asking you to come with me. But your ass can stay here. Threw her keys at her. Grabbed her hand and politely, showed her how to detour her into the house. And close the door.
Nah,
Walked out.
what you missed, what you forgot was the bitch was like, delete my number, don't call me. I said, give me your phone. I deleted my shit right there in front of her. You ain't gotta worry about blocking me, bitch. I'm out. I'm for the streets.
These hoes need me.
Me. That was 2012, D. 2012 Dub was a motherfucker.
That nigga, a straight asshole.
I was on a freedom tour.
That's what happened when you go through a divorce.
Hey,
So let me ask you this, both of y'all. Is there stages of like going through a divorce?
I think it depends on what age. But the definite first stage is I need some new pussy. Cause
Okay.
you ain't had that. Like if you were doing what you,
Except for him.
if you
No,
was a,
I never.
black men don't cheat.
Right, I never cheated on my wife.
Black man,
When
a
we was
guy,
married, I never cheated on. Her.
We're the Adriatic man. Like we don't cheat. We're holy. But you gonna go find some new strange. The problem with me is I didn't have new strange as an adult. Like it was a whole new experience.
He said,
Where if
is
you get
this?
divorced at 40, you've had other life to kind of compensate.
Yeah.
So your strange period may not last as long as somebody like myself who started out
Yeah, because you was with her from what 16 to 20,
18 to 30.
18 to 30. Yeah,
I had some strange before that.
nigga, but strange at 17, 16.
I don't know, man. I was advanced.
yeah, but
I was reading trigonometry in that ass.
But
snowed in,
I know one thing.
snowed in at that young of an age, that full of energy.
Oh man, I don't know. I know at our old age we ain't going 2 rounds in the same night.
Right.
But back then, shit.
Bitch, I missed the one and done.
He said, this might be a triple header.
Shit, see your ass in the morning.
Give me a couple more of them poke sandwiches. I go another round.
You got some water? You dehydrated. So besides, what's the next stage?
But hold on.
Everybody needs a whole phase, whether it's through after divorce, just maturing as a young adult. You need a whole phase.
Okay.
And I think that's where I missed out. I didn't have a whole phase in my 20s. Mine was post divorce, so now I'm 30 years old, and it's like it's a whole new ball game. So my whole phase was 30.
And that nigga was fucking. Like, oh, what you doing, fucking? Damn, Dub, again, bro? Like, hit them up like, god damn.
But it was one of those things of whole phase. Then you start to realize this is kind of boring. It's like, I think women have that when their eggs and that clock hit at 35 or whatever of, I need to settle down, right? That's when in their head at 35, they're in panic mode. For the women that want to be in those types of relationships, right?
Right.
It's panic sets in of, I need to find somebody, because in a couple years, right? You know, I think it starts really at 30-ish. You know, they done it. Women getting hit on since they 13, right? So 13 to 18, you find out what it's like to be a woman. 18 to 21, you know, you fucking drug dealers and basketball players. You know, you graduate to the frat niggas and niggas with a little money after graduating college, or you know, if you don't go to college, right? So 25 to 30, you're slowing down.
God damn, that analogy right there.
You try to get some retread on them tires.
That's when they circle back to the guys that was dissing in high school, making fun of and shit like that.
Well, that's
Hey,
also
big
when,
head.
that's when the guys in high school
Taking off.
are meeting that
The standard that they wanted.
that ascend. Well, because I'm pretty sure most of them hoes get tired of drug dealers at some point. Some of them don't grow up and they don't realize that it's the reason why these niggas live the life they do. They don't have any attachments for a reason.
Right. And then I think the final stage of divorce is kind of like self-actualization, realizing who you are and reinventing yourself into that person you are, aside apart from who you were when you was together.
You learn who you are to become who you're supposed to be.
You came out the cocoon.
Well, and that's why I was going with the 30. After from 25 to 30, you should be realizing that as a young adult, man or woman. It's like, damn, I really don't even like light-skinned women. I don't really like motherfuckers with pets. I don't like... You have whatever the checkbox is.
Bro, we're gonna get so much hate for that. I really don't like light-skinned women. Then you said pets. I got what you said, but
I was going just whatever the checkbox. Everybody
Right.
got a checkbox. 6 feet, beard,
Kids, no kids.
no kids.
Cat, dog. Good job. I got
Pet
you.
friendly, college degree. Whatever they say is on the list, it becomes a new list. Your list should evolve with how you're evolving as a person.
exactly. Like, you can't expect for someone to be taking you to Root Chris when you can't even take yourself to, when you still got EBT cards and shit.
I was talking to this chick, and you know her, but I'm not gonna say who it is.
I guess. Let's see.
No. But it was like, I was like, why do you continue to date hood people?
Ooh.
We all have some hood tendencies, but we're fucking 40 years old. Like, you shouldn't be so engulfed in hood mentality at 40 like you was at 20 or whenever you was in the game. Like, the game has to change, and so should your taste in those types of men. Like,
That's true.
well, I don't want no soft man. Bitch, stop dating the same dude though. Like, you're really just dating the same person. Like, people don't get out their own way in relationships to me.
And I hate that, I don't want to date the soft man. Like, no, you got to break that down. Because a man that's providing structure and guidance and leadership, that's not soft at all. It takes a real hard badass to go against the grain or go against their neighborhood or, elevate past where they were when they was in their 20s and things of that nature. So, like you said, I do know who you're talking about.
You might.
What needs to happen is you bitches need to elevate your pussy. Like, those prices, the $40, yeah, that's cool, that's funny. But the sad thing is, real women out there with those type of morals. But it's also guys out there with those same type of morals, so they're not no better.
It's an even playing field of shit out here.
Right.
It ain't shit out here on either side of the table, from what most single people tell you, right? Now, are they getting in their own way or in their own head about what they expect out of this person? Probably, but everybody got a preference. My preference is gonna be different than yours, and yours. We all ugly to somebody. We all cute to somebody. You gotta find a motherfucker that's cute to you. You ugly too, bitch.
Nah.
Let me ask you this.
I've seen you without facial hair. That shit is a makeup, women. This is foundation. This is Rihanna #7 Fenty shit, bitch. This nigga really looks like a squirrel with teeth, bitch.
Everything you said, I think, has been.
That nigga be waiting to get that off.
God
damn.
You know I'm free playing them.
Oh, shit.
Everything you've said has been on point. I want to ask this question then:
Oh, fuck. Squirrel with teeth.
Who you both are now? What would you say to the freshly divorced version of you? Who you are now?
I am who I am with freshly divorced though. Like, what I learned in marriage, what I learned in a failed marriage, prepared me for being 40 and married now.
And to this point, right? I wouldn't tell myself nothing because I need to go through that, become who I am to this day, right?
I get it, but still, like, if you could.
No,
Okay.
It's the only tidbit you could really tip yourself on is maybe do it faster, or you know, I don't know. I'm with him. You gotta live. You have to live to grow.
right? Because they say experience is the
Best
fucking
teacher.
what?
Best teacher.
Right, best teacher, right? So that's what it is. Like, I need to go through that heartbreak to hurt myself for some of the other things I went through later on in life.
And you also have to learn to live by yourself. Like I feel like people don't grow up
Grow.
enough to say, all right, I can do this on my own. That the dependency level doesn't need to be as high as you going older and growing.
Exactly.
And you know, there's no age on this shit. Like I'm probably not too far off of who I was at 21, except I became a father and an adult to know how to deal with shit at work, know how to deal with shit with people, know how to deal with friends, know how to deal with family. Like at some point you have to tell everybody to fuck off. Like there's nobody that should get an exemption minus your child. And even your kids at a certain age, fuck off. Like
Right.
because there's two people that's gonna determine how your last days are or lived out. Yourself and God.
Yep.
Your kids ain't gonna necessarily take care of you like our parents. Rest in peace, Keisa. Fuck Cyrus. But
That nigga died.
to that point,
I was gonna make a point after that about him.
there's nothing that any of his children can do to change his outcome.
Right. So
And there's nothing that none of y'all really are gonna do, especially not you.
hey, I'll show you the text later. But to your point though, when it comes to kids, I would say parents do right by your kids. Now, I'm not saying get them everything they want and all those things. Be there for them. Have those conversations. It's just
Set them
little
up for
things.
success.
Set them up for success. Have just spend time with them, right? So
Be honest.
be honest, right?
Let a kid be a kid. But once children are asking the appropriate questions, age appropriately, be as honest as you can about subjects. Like my mom didn't sugarcoat shit with us. She ain't sugarcoat nothing. Like I love my mama to death because everybody else was in the dark, and we like shit.
Yeah.
I know what come with nothing in pussy. Like that's a baby bitch. Like there's no. My mom to this day don't got no filter.
Dead ass. That's my baby.
Gotta be honest.
Right.
You have a whole adult child. Your honesty is really kicking in these last couple of years with her.
Last few months.
Well, definitely last few months, but these last few years, your honesty level has risen because you realize she's not ready to be a full-fledged single adult living on her own. Right? I don't want, and it's not like my man got a bad child. I just don't want my kids to be blindsided by what is real life.
Right.
Because all the social media shit out there, all the shit that, you know, everybody mama gonna baby them a little bit. Shout out to the real mamas that just lay the shit out there.
And stop fucking kicking your kids out like at 18. Motherfuckers at 18 don't know shit. They know some things, but they're not ready for everything. Because a real parent has sheltered them from all this shit, paying bills, having to worry about where the next meal gonna come from, shit like that. So when your kid graduate high school, turn 18, you still should be there for them. Have a safety net for your child, and let them grow upon that.
And that child needs a plan.
Right.
But it's up to you to help them forge that plan.
Hey, give me a 4 to 6 year plan, bro. If you're not
And
going
realize
to
the plan could change.
right.
They gotta learn to adapt. Right. And that's where that honesty comes in. Like I feel like my kids are battle tested in a couple of areas. Are they where they need to be? No.
They're also kids still.
Also kids. I mean, I got one closer to the finish line than the others.
Still a kid.
Still a kid, but in American years, he's 6 months from being an adult. Tried as an adult.
Shit. Yeah. Now he fits the description.
But I also have a kid. That same child has never scheduled his own haircut. He's never took ownership of his own hygiene to that extent. You know what I mean? It's like, nigga, go take a shower.
Did you brush your teeth?
Right.
You got deodorant?
You have these conversations, bro. Like, I know you got a little stinky bastard at home.
Oh, that nigga musty now.
But it's
motherfucker.
It doesn't change. It don't change. He had the 6-year-old, and the next thing you look up to. But them conversations still happen at 14 and 15. And it's like, come on, man. Like, I know you ain't did nothing all day, but
seriously, you need deodorant because something about you stinks. I don't like it. You're right. You smell like balls. Like, I don't like it.
Bro, you smell like a gym, cuz.
But I don't know, man. Hopefully Skeet's lines to Kanye will resonate of you're ruining your legacy by taking this stuff public and not really being honest with yourself. And if there's anything that we're gonna walk away with tonight is your friends need to step up and tell you when you ain't shit.
STFU. That's what that means. Shut the fuck up. That's what your friends need to tell you sometimes.
They gotta tell you when you ain't shit, and they gotta be like, "Hey, bro, I hear you, but you want to win, you want to be right, or you want to have a happy house. You ain't gotta win everything. You reach an age where you don't have to win every little thing.
Ain't no one undefeated.
But when you right, you gotta stand on that shit.
White men can't jump. When you win, you lose sometimes.
I hope y'all don't fucking remake that movie with Jack Harlow. I'll bootleg the fuck out of it and give it to every homeless person I see just so
Jack
it can be
Harlow
like,
and Quavo.
God damn.
I hate it already. I hate everything about
Harlow and Quavo.
That's what they think about Quavo?
It's not thinking. It's happening.
It's Jack Harlow and Quavo.
I hope that shit goes straight to Pluto TV.
I hope that shit go triple wood.
I can't wait to see this shit next to Belly 2.
On Tubi. Next to Griselda. Griselda got a movie on there.
Cocaine Cowboys Part 7.
Top shotter.
Country Cousins, the Ugly Flacco, Never Divorced, Tuck, the best dressed nigga I know.